Good afternoon. All right. Why did I do that? Such is life. All right. Um, this is so long time coming, but impromptu. First of all, hope everybody is doing well this day and time. Um, it's a lot going on. I don't even have to say that. Everybody's in the same pandemic. I'm trying to get my thoughts together because I'm thinking about stuff. But also, I do know what I want to talk about. It's mainly about you all. Um, but yeah, I didn't want to say, I just have to be careful how I word things. Everybody's not in the same situation. And I have to keep that in mind always. And don't want to say I stress, but hopefully everybody, recognizes that, realizes that, don't bring any negativity and drama to anybody, especially during this time, because it is hard for everybody. Some of us are doing better than others. And for those of you that are in various situations, my prayers and hearts, we're there with you guys. There's any way that we could help, we're there. Just know that. Um, anyway, I wanted to say, let me take these glasses off, y'all, because y'all know I don't need them. Anyway, mm-hmm. It's been a long time. It's not about hair, but I'm gonna get to that too, because you guys have been missing a lot of things, and not really missing. I kind of took a lot, not away from the channel, but it's on. I'm sitting in front of my laptop. It's on the laptop, um, and that's where I'm going with this. I just uploaded something that was requested. For those of you that are viewing it, take as long as you need. It was long, it is long, and you guys know how I deliver. But there were a lot of questions, and there are still a lot of questions because that's only one level on this curriculum. And I have to use things for a length of time to be able to let you know what it is. Um, yeah, I don't just like to show you something. So in the beginning, you saw some pictures. Those pictures are so old, I couldn't even remember when I took them. I had to go back and search invoices to literally find out when they were so old because I lost them. Not really lost them, but when you have so many files, yeah. Anyway, there it is there. So going back, YouTube has changed a lot of things. I don't know, I try not to keep up with stuff, but I need to. But I know they had changed a lot in the way people go live. If you didn't have so many subscribers, that was a while ago, you couldn't go live. Obviously I have so many, so I can still go live from my phone and whatnot. But the dashboard and all of that, I don't even know what they did. I don't remember. Apparently it's been about 3 months according to what the comments I'm looking at, because I haven't seen many comments on the videos. I still haven't located the lives. I don't see lives anymore, so I don't know how the lives are doing. I don't know if you guys are leaving feedback or not, other than people actually interacting in the live. I don't know where they went. I know they're there, but I don't know how to find them yet, so I will do that. I'm approving comments. I am responding to comments. And I did make a little video I'm going to put up. Thank you video to you guys. I'm going to put up. I'm going to put it up in the next 24 hours. I'm giving myself 24 hours. It's only 10 minutes, but I don't know. Somebody finger might start bleeding. I don't know. Y'all know kids. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna get that up, but I really appreciate you guys, the comments and things like that, the feedback, because it is important. So I wanted to, again, just thank you guys for that. And a lot of I miss yous, we miss you, and such, such and such. I'm not really gone. Um, I'm not gone. Lives are the best way to find out really what's going on. Oh, this light is so bright. It's hard to look in the camera. But lives are the best way to find out like what's going on, because I kind of mesh everything into one, and I'm trying to just categorize everything, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to keep this strictly to homeschooling, but just know that I tell you guys like real time kind of what's going on, when I can in the live. And why do I care about the breaking news about anyway. um oh, I hope my phone don't start ringing. But yeah, the videos, there are tons and tons and like I said, I had to search for those pictures. I have so much footage, vlogs, and all of that. And I just need to kind of get my life and try to get this stuff together. Yeah. I need to share it. It's just difficult. I'm going to put up last month, and that was my intention, to get last month up before I did this homeschool stuff. But I realize as time is going by and people have been waiting for this, and again, I appreciate the patience. I wanted to time it like around now, because school is getting ready to. I don't want to push anything on anybody, even though it was requested. Um, Folks don't have money these days, and I don't want to push something, And somebody said that they appreciate me. Uh, Y'all will see it. Put the little thing up. You'll see the comment. Anyway, that's the furthest thing from people's mind. But again, this has been something that everybody's been waiting on. So I'm gonna get these rolling out, and I will get last month's vacation out. And yeah, man, it's been real. It was just interesting. That's all I'm gonna say about the little vacation. To see, I was watching a little clip. They were showing a group of nurses from, I think, North Carolina, and they went to Florida. So a bunch of them, and it just seems like, they said, because they are so overwhelmed and tired, and it's like extremely difficult to get time off. You have to literally fight, y'all. I so needed that break. I didn't care where we went. I just needed to get away from here, because man, going to work, oh my god, like, now I work from home as well. My businesses and stuff like that is cool, but having to go to work, yeah, that ain't it. That is not it. I might have looked pretty cool in that thumbnail that day I took that picture. You see me on this live, but no, I think I was over it that day. I was so over it. Anyway, why did I stop sharing homeschool? And I didn't stop sharing, but I know that is a question, like, because I'm getting the, where's the homeschool stuff? Where's the, I told you guys a while ago that I would have to take a hiatus. And so I did that, kind of from the homeschool stuff, but not from the lives. And also, it was kind of on purpose, but not on purpose. I don't know, just life happens. Developing the curriculum, I cannot share what I'm developing. Okay, if you guys have been watching for years and years, you see some things, and I've shared some things, but I cannot share it in that manner. So it's kind of that type of thing. I didn't disappear. I can still talk about things, certain things, and still share certain things and ideas, and help out in that aspect, and just let you guys know like what's going on and how the kids are doing. And things like that, but not so much exactly what we're doing, if that makes sense. So everything I have shown you thus far, we are still doing. Just know that. Um, somebody, again, you'll see this in this little thank you video. I'm gonna get up in the next 24 hours. Was asking about geography, and it was just very interesting because that vlog was like, or those vlogs were like uber years old. So y'all are going way back, and I'm like, dang, I don't even use that thumbnail no more. But obviously it helped. People are still finding the videos and watching them. I do that too. A lot of people just go back. I watch my own stuff just way back, because it seems like back then stuff was like, content was like way better. Anyway, geography has done a flip. We are still using the curriculum the same way, but we have done a flip. And also what I want to talk about is, going with that, we are focused in Africa. Okay, I told you guys, Africa, a while ago. Um, and I'm just using that term because that's not the correct term. Y'all know that's not the correct term. Okay, don't be teaching your kids that. Learn the correct term. But it's focusing that, and that's what I'm developing and working on. And I did kind of share with you guys, I think sometime last year. I kind of remember the vlogs. In fact, I was just looking at, because I never deleted the stuff, but I think in the somewhere around April or something, you guys saw us at the whiteboard doing some stuff. Okay, so that's kind of some stuff that we do. But another one is the culturally grounded homeschooling. I did not uh, forget. It's still there. I'm still going to continue to speak on that. And what I'm noticing is the comments, and that is really important to me. It's important to us and how we share. And I'm saying us, absence of my husband, because he's also in on this and knows what's going on. And it's one of those things where you have to, everybody's not going to receive you, and that's just how it is. And we don't care, and I'm gonna just use care lightly. We're not for everybody. Okay, everybody's not for us. But it is important. It is very important. And it was just interesting. I was just speaking with him, and I said, people are more and more waking up these days, more and more. And I don't care how you want to pin it. Y'all know I make sense. I make plenty of sense. It's not normal. It's not what you used to, but I make plenty of sense because I just pay attention to things. I'm not saying I'm the only one and I know everything. I'm a know-it-all. That's not what I'm saying, but I make a lot of sense around here, um, especially when it comes to these kids. And I'm just kind of glad that I waited, because in light of what happened last month, and not just last month, because this has been going on, but now more people are awake. They are awake and waking up, but still don't know what to do with it. It's just a whole, I don't know, to some people, 8 minutes, 46 seconds. That's like a whole, it's just surreal to be alive and witness something like that happen. But y'all, we know this been happening. But the thing I stressed a while ago in a previous live, the 60s, they changed things in the civil rights. But what happened from the 60s until now? What happened to us? What happened to our kids? These kids don't know jack. We don't even know everything. But to continue to accept things the way they are, and to continue to deliver and teach those things from the, I'm going to go on and put it out there, from the white man, from the government, that's not cool. That's doing a disservice. These kids, everybody George Floyd. Okay, everybody George Floyd. These kids need to know that they are Nefertiti, Akhenaten, King Tut. They are Matthew Henson. They need to know that they are Langston Hughes. They are Bessie Coleman. They are Nzinga. They are ISIS. They need to know that. They are Harriet Tubman. They are Sojourner Truth. They are Marcus Garvey. It's so many people. I can speak and call upon those names. We worried about what's in the book from the government. Teach them about Einstein. He was a great mathematician. Do y'all know how many black mathematicians that are great that these kids don't know about? How many you don't know about? Why we got to teach them that? We don't. Okay? And that's what we don't do around here. Because we have plenty of books. Y'all know I love books. I haven't shared any books for the last about 2-ish years. I don't know. I still have those vlogs that I have not uploaded. In fact, right now I'm confused because I stopped. I had one more and I don't even know. Excuse me. I put the books up. I'll get them up and show you guys. But it's so much. You can just give them a book. You teach your child how to read. You give them a book. They can read the book. They can learn all that. Shakespeare, all that. They can learn that. You don't need to. They can read that. You don't need to be shoving that down their throats. Let's do a unit study. For what? We living in today. These kids saw this man and these people losing their lives in today. They need to know how to live today. They need to know the value of them today. Not the other people. That's not cool. Because look what the other people done. Okay? Literature. How many great Phyllis Wheatley? You need to be learning about Phyllis Wheatley, not just a little basic information. Go into Phyllis Wheatley poetry. Do some dialogues on it. Break it down, analyze it, all kind of stuff. Write some papers on it. Draw some pictures of Phyllis Wheatley. Get in Phyllis Wheatley's head. Imagine how her life was. Those type of things. That's stuff that these kids can be doing constantly, not just one little lesson. It's interesting to see how people, and I'm not just talking about on here, but how people educate their children. And no, I'm not bashing anybody, but the importance of things. And then on the other hand, you hear, well, we're like this and we're like that. But what I don't know. It's just kind of hard to put. It's hard to put in words. It's just, the proof is in a pudding. These babies need to be saved. Because what's happening now is the result of what happened in the past. And what happens in the next 30 years is going to be the result of what's happening right now with our babies. This is not, the education is so lacking because we are so uneducated as a people and as a culture. We can't even come together without somebody getting shot, murdered, whatever, babies. This is sad. It's very sad to know that our children are so vulnerable right now, and they've been vulnerable, and it's like nobody's immune to this. You can't even, you try and try to protect your kids. It's hard. So on the education front, again, there's a lot of stuff and it's a lot of talking that we do around here. Not so much what's on that book, what's on the paper. There's a lot of talking. So when you talk to your kids, you learn a lot. And I just was thinking about, growing up, how, I had company of kids and friends and stuff like that. But I was around a lot of grown folks and a lot of older grown folks, man. it's the stuff that would be on that we had to watch. Man, I was watching some old stuff. Donahue, man, just I learned a lot from Donahue. Now that I think about it, but not just from Donahue, but the people and stuff. But man, yeah, to take it back that far, yeah. Um, well, talk to the kids. Talk to them. Let them know things. These kids are just so kind of latchkey-ish, with technology and stuff going on. Um, she's sending me a text message from downstairs. There's a lot of latchkey stuff going on. These kids are into this technology and nobody's paying attention to them. Nobody's talking to them. And that's why the kids out in the streets, you got to, you know, see what's going on with them. Kids are not coming to parents like they used to and things like that. Talking does wonders. Teach your child how to read. I promise you, they will have a decent, above decent education. Um, the talking sparks lots. And I think being as transparent as you can um, with your kids on any standpoint, is from education in general to why you are homeschooling or not. If you're in the public school, let your child know why. We'll let know what you think about the education. Find out what they think about it. Um, yeah, many people now are finding out, are admitting, realizing they open up their eyes that public school is daycare. See, because that's where everybody's at right now. I'm gonna touch on that on another video. For those of you guys want to know what's going on with public school system, not just what you see on TV, because I already told you can believe what you see if you want to. But yeah, it's daycare because see, everybody want to go to work. They need to get these kids somewhere. This man want these babies to die. They have projections. We already know 10 to 15 kids going to come to school with the COVID every week. That's sad that they have that and they know it. And man, I can't trust nobody like that. I can't. Mm-mm. Anyway, it's not about that. But it is, because again, the government is running all this, and we know that man is in charge and threatening everybody. And so if he can threaten people on just a pandemic, it's happening in education. Other people have threatened, and how these kids are being taught and what's in these books, even the homeschool, materials and things like that. There's an influence. So, like I said, we are still doing what we've been doing. These kids have been progressing and leveling up, and what I have seen is just like a lot of growth. And at a certain point, I think I told you guys around third grade, you need to let them go and not hold hand. You'll notice something different, because they need to mature. They need to be able to come to you more, and knowing that you have given them a solid foundation, there shouldn't be a problem, to where you have to stand over them and do everything. You all know that I work and I do, and I kind of reiterated in the vlog that went up today what I do with math. And I said it, I wasn't like totally specific, but I did say we do daily math challenges. And what I do is The problems, I said 4 problems, about 4 problems for everybody that they copy down in their notebook. And I take those problems from their math lesson out of the raised curriculum. I put them on the board, and that's what's on the board. And they have the list of their assignments on the whiteboard. When I come back from work, they have a time that they need to be done. It's usually, it says noon. Um, by noon, you need to have all your work done. And so with those 4 problems, it shouldn't take them that long. But that gives me a daily, you know, contact with everybody, one on one, right there. Did you get your work done? Let me see what you did. And I can tell right then and there if somebody is having, how the lesson is going to go. Because I do come in and deliver the lesson, just to make sure. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like I say, you have to look at the curriculum and, gauge what you need from that curriculum, because it's not one of those where you got to spend a whole, hours and days. Um, but I can tell right there, who needs some little fine tuning and stuff like that. So, and then right there, part of the lesson is already done, because we may only do, 6 problems that day, or 7 problems, or 8, so half of it is already done because it's on the board. And that's just how I do it. And they get it done. If they get them done, sometimes I'm like, okay, cool. I don't continue because they got it. So I don't have to continue with that lesson. And we move on to something else. Um, Literature, reading, things like that, the selections, the books that I share. I have not necessarily shared our African American books. I will share books and resources. I just, more than I have, kind of not, I held off. Yeah, because it's been about 2.5 years. I held off on sharing those. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to specifically say what I'm doing with them, because some of it has to do with what I've done, and I'm not ready to share that yet as far as the curriculum. So those are intentional purchases, and yeah, I put a lot of thought and time. You guys know I'm very peculiar in that matter. No, I do not give the same weight and measure to every book that I purchase. There are a lot of great ones out there, but I am not one. We are not ones to purchase books that are not written by us. The first books that we select, no matter how much they cost, must be written by us. And not every book written by us is worthy of using or gaining the same way. It's something to be had from all, I believe. It doesn't matter how you receive it. But I see a lot of books shared about us and our culture, but they are written by other people. And I just cannot see how you can teach that and deliver that to your child when it's written from somebody else's perspective. I don't care if they, if they lived in the culture or what. They're not us. It makes a huge, huge difference. And these babies discern it. The first thing my kids ask, I told you guys, when researching curriculum, I'm looking at who made the stuff. They want to know the authors. They want to know the illustrators. So we talking about that. We have a whole discussion about the authors and the illustrators and all of that. And maybe if we can find some information on what gave them the idea to write the book, man, we can do that before we even read the book. And it gives them a better understanding into knowing this person and maybe what they thought. So we spend a lot of time with these books. It's not just reading the book and then we put it on the shelf and we go get another one. Because I can go buy books all day long, man. I can clear a shelf real quick. No problem. Okay? Or the bookstore, whatever, no problem. But again, it has to be right. It has to be the right thing for us. And to each his own on that. I just learned that, again, looking at society and what's going on, Things have to be, we have to accept. We cannot continue to deny ourselves, um, and hide behind other people. That's just not cool. Other people, cultures, races don't do that. And we have to stop doing that. We have to, it's, why be ashamed? You know, I'm seeing the signs in the yards and on the people's shirts and on the masks and things. Black lives matter. Well, Black lives matter. Black books matter. Black education matters. That's what y'all need to be screaming. Okay, it matter, and that needs to be the first thing you purchase when you look at these curriculum, not what everybody else is doing on the internet and on the YouTube and all of that, and what you see on the Instagram. Like I said, we got some books about, you know, I don't know, my child like Jane Austen. We got some Shakespeare stuff. We got some, but we also got Malcolm X and Roots and all of that, Shaka Zulu, that kind of stuff, because that's what matters. Because that's what we look like. You teach a child how to read. You're gonna read Faith Ringgold, Counting to Tar Beach. You're not gonna read Dr. Seuss. Okay, not that Dr. Seuss is bad, but if you got Tar Beach, read Tar Beach because that baby is brown. Okay. mm. Listen to my kids out there. Anyway, and they will tell you all day long, all day. I'm so proud I'm brown. I'm so proud. That just, yeah, they don't even know. They don't even know. They just are so proud, and I'm just so proud that they are proud to be brown. Mm-mm-mm. What else was I going to tell you guys about? I have some recaps of things that I shared with you guys in years past, and again, some of the stuff is already filmed or whatever. Some of the stuff, I just continue to share through vlogs in hopes without having to point out every single thing. But I always come back to it, and you guys know, you guys have always told me, a lot of you always come back. You don't leave us hanging with stuff. So if you've been watching, you've been paying attention, then you see we continuously use things and it works. I don't just show you something and then it's on the shelf again so I can fill up a shelf. Well, I'm getting ready to clear some shelves again, and cuz some of the stuff is just whatever. Um and another part is I don't want to pack any of it. So, anyway, yeah, some of the stuff they just outgrow, and no, I don't hold on all to all of that stuff. So I just need to get rid of it. And so I'm gonna do some recaps on some stuff. I have some thoughts still, especially on the math, because it just helped me. You guys know I did, the kids asked for public school. They had an experience. No, it was not the whole year. But meshing what we do at home and what they learned, somehow I have formed um some conclusions that I can share. That's just the best way I can put it. It's kind of one of those, I don't know, it's hard for us to think back, did we learn this in school and all of that, but having that experience, sending them out, but still homeschooling at the same time and all of that, what happened. So that's a whole separate thing. But the curriculum, I think, made a difference. I had a lot of I told you guys in the beginning of the year a lot of what happened with the public school in general, just from the where they wanted to place the kids according to their government standards versus what I'm doing and all of that. And thus far, um, coming full circle, not even, I can't even see the end of the year, but sharing this whole virtual. chaosness, if that's a word. What did they have us do? You share the work, little video clips or what have you, with the class and the teacher, via a drop system on an app or whatever. These kids were doing, I'm gonna use my 6-year-old as an example, recognizing 5 plus 6. This child is doing 2-digit addition. Okay, for 2-digit top and bottom. That's what I'm saying. Because you're gonna say that's 2-digit. Two. Okay, five. 12, 13 problems. 5 minutes tops. And it was kind of like the work that was given. I know it was a hurry, but the work, she was not even on that level, y'all. It was just the whole situation was messed up. But having to share, and I'm recording it so they can see it, so that obviously they can see it's not anything I edited. But and then in her words, she's saying it was easy. That's why you see in the curriculum video today, level 1, she's not on that level anymore. She left that level because we have been working on math with her. This child is like, I told you, helped the 9-year-olds. So she's way beyond that. Um, I'm still trying to figure out how she figures math so quick. I don't know. She beat me. I don't even know. But yeah, she can. It was just an experience, and I didn't. Some things, you don't use everything. Okay, I'm using raise certain ways. I use another math certain ways. We use it. I use the same thing on everybody. What I'm trying to say is, yes, you can use the same thing on each child. However, the delivery and the method that you use it, because some things you might have to add. Some kid might not need manipulatives, some kid may need manipulatives. I mean, it's just a matter of, some of them get it. um some of them may need a book, some of them may not. So I am going to answer a question that I did get on a previous curriculum that I shared. So I'll answer that, because I haven't responded to that comment yet. I'm going to just do a recap on that particular thing, but also again, like how it fit into this year, and what it did. I can't say anything bad, really. I don't say anything bad. I think I made good choices. And what was this question? Did I create? Yes, I created. I have created. I have distributed some things. I have some things being used in places, and I'm not going to go and elaborate too far into detail on that. Like I said, when the time comes, the time will come. It's a lot of stuff that's happened that you guys probably won't know about till next year. It's a lot of stuff happening this year that you won't know about till maybe the year after. It's just, that's life. That's how it is, and that's how it is. On normal, uh, non homeschool, it's a lot of big things happening. Some big announcements that are going to happen on the channel. It's not time yet, but in due time, we'll be sharing some things. It just, it's the stuff we just keep stuff quiet on the down low over here because we just cannot share everything. Um, yeah, that's just how it is. And again, back to the curriculum and things like that. Like I said, we've been doing the same thing. The little break has to do with me having to do all that I am doing behind the scenes. So that's why you haven't seen anything. And, or I'm not going to say you haven't seen it, but haven't seen, I'm not going in, you having the camera out and saying, look at this, look at this, look at this, maybe that I've done in previous years or previous videos, if that makes sense. It's just not like that. I'm just, basically showing you a different way. I wanted to show you in teaching a different way of teaching the children, um, without using a specific curriculum. So, yeah, using books and how we use that information and things like that. So, that is how I have shared thus far. What else do I have to say? Like I said, yeah, the big announcements. Um, hmm, what else? What's that? Reasons to learn. Okay. Um, mm, it's. I know as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna say, "Oh, I forgot to say that." I know it's another update I have to do. I'm just trying to, like I said, I just hit up these comments, not knowing all these comments were in my box, and questions, just questions, and like I said, from the old stuff. So I'm just trying to kind of run through the last year ish, what has happened without too much. It seems like I have not shared, but in all honesty, that's not the truth. Like I said, I had to put some stuff over here on hold because I cannot share what I'm doing, because then all the questions and all the da 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 da, and it's just not time yet. It just takes time, and I'm one person, and um yeah. I just sometimes spend days like I might watch something. If I get lucky, I can watch a video, and okay, it's motivation, and I have big plans and ideas, but it don't work like that. It does not work like that at all. But the kids have, they're pretty much adapted, and the biggest change now is like everybody is home. Nobody's away at college right now, and we have a couple of weeks to figure out what's going to happen with that. I don't know what the heck is going on, but that is going to, I can't even say. It's just crazy day to day. It's crazy. It's chaotic, and I can't even figure it out. But that may give me a little, extra hand. So I've had extra hands. I have had extra hands on, helping me with them, making sure they get done their work, and things around the house a little bit, um, and helping with the businesses that we run. So I get some help, but still, I just spent the other day. I don't even think what time was it. It was so late, and I hadn't eaten, and I was gonna order something, and I was so tired. I couldn't even order anything. I was so tired. And I think my husband called me, and it was like 10 something. He was like, "Did you order something to eat yet?" And I'm like, "No." But I had went and grabbed some noodles. Not the best thing in the world, but I was so tired. I didn't even feel like ordering no food and eating at that point. Um, I'm working on inventory and stuff like that, and uh, working on the books. If anybody knows anything about accounting and stuff like that, then you know that can be a long process. Yeah. So that's what I was doing, and I just got wrapped up in that, and I got tired. I couldn't anymore. So yeah. But yeah, even him, he just, I'm so glad you can do this and do that. And it's like, bruh. And then, oh, well, did you do this and did you do that? And can you do, and I need this. And I'm like, bruh, come on now, bruh. I just kicked me back a little more. Y'all, yeah, he worked for me. I worked for him, that type of thing. Kick me a little more ends, because sometimes, if y'all watched the other day, y'all saw, or the other month, what we was doing. Um, Y'all see how we do stuff. It's very unconventional, but it works. So yeah, I'll be like, I need a raise, dude, for real, because I'm like doing too much. I got my own business to run. You got your business to run, but then you want me to help you run your stuff, and I got my own stuff, and I got to go to work, and ooh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Um, the plan I can say now for this school year, I don't even know what year it is. I don't know what we doing, y'all. It's just it's so weird. The bottom line is I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about the the public school situation and stuff like that. Because maybe somebody need to hear it, maybe they don't understand it, but it's all something. It's a mess. It's a whole mess. Am I bothered with it? No, because they keep calling me talking about you ain't filled out this paperwork and that paperwork, and I'm like, you know what? Y'all ain't gave out no information, and I don't care. I just need the office to open so I can withdraw my children. That's all I need. I just send me something. I put an X on it. I owe you. I don't know what you need, but that's all I need. And I'm not the only person in that position right now. They are so heavy and hard and fighting for money that that's the one thing they are not doing because it's so many people. It's a big battle with what parents want to happen, the teachers want to happen, and the government wants to happen in the school thing. I just need to withdraw. That's all I need. I'm not filling out nothing. I don't care about this. I don't care about going to get this. I don't need any of that because it's a whole mess and I just don't want to be caught up in it. I'm over it. My kids over it. I don't care about the first day of school no more. Um as busy as I am and I could use some reprieve, I can't. It's too much. I'm over it. They fine. Um, what else do I have to talk about? I have to talk about what I guess I run through books and stuff like that when I share books, things that we are reading, we have read, things that we have watched and stuff like that. And kind of let you guys know like what we have done. But it's just like I said, it's very different and it's very culturally grounded, is what we're doing pretty much. And I think everything that we do, every, if you want to break it down into subject, every subject has culture within it. And that's not by design, that's just how we live. So I don't know if it's kind of hard to explain. I know some get it because I have gotten the comments. It makes sense to teach this way, to use this. It does make sense because that's what we know. Um, I know it's just kind of hard to explain, though. It's kind of hard to explain. But we're also going to. I'm gonna have my husband come on here. He wants to come on here and talk about some stuff as well. Yeah, he has his own ideas, but he wants to talk about some stuff because y'all know he don't care. Anyway, let me see before I end this little deal. Let's see, any other questions, things I can touch on? Yeah, the library. I still have not shared the library. I'm gonna share you guys. I have to share it before it's dismantled. Um, that's sad, but again, on purpose. I am going to share the library. That is my goal. Next, that's my next goal. But sometimes when you like I said, anything could happen in a minute. Anything could happen. Looking at the glistening, y'all. Don't mind me. This the type of love, baby. Tripping on you. That's my brother calling me. I'm gonna have to call him back in a minute. Anyway, homeschool. I'm interested and curious to know what you guys are, what you're using and what you're up to, and has recent events in the world, in society, in Black America. How has that shaped your homeschooling? Um, is it difficult? Is it, I don't know. A lot of us are confused. We don't know what to do. Um, yeah, it's a hard topic to talk about, especially with little people. But again, anybody that is not talk to their little people, I strongly suggest you get in touch with reality, because these kids are not, um, this day and age, these kids, they know so much. And again, this is their history, and this is their future. They need to know. They need to be able to say whatever it is you need to before they get out in the streets and learn some stuff. You need to be able to come real and correct with these kids about what's going on and why it's going on. And if you don't know yourself, get into it. I can give you some recommendations. Um, Learn it, because that's the only way these babies are going to be able to survive. Us right now, I mean, like, I had posted something the other day on Instagram about how we have to leave the house now versus last year. And one of the points was, somebody mentioned, I didn't put it in there, but you got to leave strapped. I mean, hey, you got to include that in your homeschool. You got to be strapped, because that's what kind of world that we living in this day and time. And I'm like, y'all already know. Um, yeah, y'all already know. I'm not saying you got to go out and get yourself a piece, but I think everybody need to have one. Everybody need to know how to use it, especially a woman. Don't be no punk, because you never know. It's people running up in people's houses. They bold as they want to, whether it's the police or not. But you best believe you come up in here. Um, yeah, I'm responsible. I'm not out on the street just willy nilly. But yeah, like the woman in the Chick-fil-A park. I don't know what she thought. Crazy as I don't know what, but yeah, some people. But then again, these kids, again, they have to know things, and they need to know how to, you need to equip them, know how to protect themselves. And knowledge is the best way to do it. They need to go, to know, again, they need to be confident enough to understand who they are and know their self-worth. I cannot say this enough. I say this all the time. People ask how you get through stuff, how you do stuff. um I have to call on my ancestors a lot, all day, every day, you know, and the way backs, the ones I don't even know, okay? Because somehow they are giving me strength to make it to where I am thus far. I don't believe that I would have gotten this far in life, and with these kids, without their help and their strength, and to know what they had to go through, um, to get to where they were. So these kids know the value of education. I find them things, we watch things, um, on education, and why it's so important to know, keep them abreast of current events. You did and should know, one of Nelson Mandela's daughters passed just the other day, and Let the kids in on stuff like that. Let them know, remind them. Um, do you follow? He was a hero. Do you follow their family? Do you know where they are today? Did you just stop with reading about Nelson Mandela and apartheid? Keep it going. They have a whole family. They have a whole legacy. Malcolm X. Do you know about his daughters? Do you know what they are doing? If you don't, stop and find out and teach the kids. Okay, because those people were great. I idolized them. They were some great people, and what they instilled in their families. Oh my goodness, man! And the information. I mean, they're still here and talking today. Um, then it goes, it goes beyond that. But that's just some, this century history that we can get into and really kind of relate to. Because I know it's kind of hard to go way back, and a lot of us still stuck at that point of we start with slavery when we want to teach the children, and like I said, no, we got to go way back. We have to go way back. Okay, way back. We was having a discussion the other day. I say the other day, but this was actually after we had come back. We had a couple of kids, and we were talking about the um, the effect of Chinese men in Africa and what they're doing in Africa. And it was some stuff my husband didn't realize. He didn't know. And I think what we were talking about, what it came down to was and again, I'm not, this is like big kid. This is like high school talk, okay? The kids are grown, but I'm saying you don't want to talk about this with your little kids. But we were talking about the black women and who they're married to this day and age. And the black families, how black families are very minute. And again, why is that? Education, all that kind of stuff has a part in that. But he did not realize, what we were saying. And I said, yeah, they have the plan for China. The men are heavily invading Africa. And in a certain year, they had predicted Africa is going to be all the babies Chinese. And so they taking over Africa again. And he was like, what? So I'm going to tell you something. Had I not, situation, a lot of people, you ask a lot of black women that are single, they are opting to go to different races rather than African American men because that's just how it is. They are like, and it shouldn't be. I don't even want to get it. Y'all know what the situation is. Thugs, low class, whatever. But that's just systemically what we have been programmed to, always in trouble, no money, no job, no, whatever. But in the beginning, we was all together. That was family. But nowadays, society has, torn us apart and done all sorts of things. So, yeah, whole lesson in itself. But anyway, he didn't realize what we were saying, and it took him a minute, and I would, pointed out our own family, some of our own family who has crossed over, whether it's a male or a female, into another race. And no, I'm not saying we racist or colorist or prejudiced or anything like that, but it's just the facts and why people do it. Because I had even let him in on something, my thoughts about it, my personal thoughts, and he was like, "Really? I had no idea you would do that." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, I told you that," and I was being completely honest. So, yeah, you know, and the thing is, it's not so much of I can't even say it's the ones that do things like that, lack of education, but at the same part, it, has to do with education, how you see things. Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave that at that. Anyway, lastly, what do I want to say? Um, what else have we finished or done that's relevant? I don't know. I can't say we've been anywhere. We have not. We have plans to go places and do things just like the rest of the world. We would have gone to several places by now, but mm-mm, that has not happened. Oh, I got a little straggly. Whew, child. I have to look at that. It's glistening. Look at my hair is like three, four different colors. Anyway, I said I was not going to talk about this on my hour in. I'm going to get the hair stuff going too. The hair updates. I'm going to talk about that. Child. It's so hot out here because I know y'all probably wondering. Yeah, this is going to fall. But, it's so hot. So hot. And I don't keep my hair braided in the summer anyway because it's too hot. But it was so hot I had to take it all the way down. All the way. And mm, mm, mm. I'm gonna share with you guys some greatness on that. But yeah, man, I'm waiting for this thing to stop sending me the alert. But yeah, I got too hot out here. It just this was not cool. Um, and I kind of kept it up I think a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I had taken it down and I did you guys, I've been documenting something. Like I said, it's announcements coming, but I've been documenting a little journey, and I just say little. I it's hair. It's hair. I don't know. Some people make a big deal out of it. I haven't shared. You guys, I do hair. I need to share. I need to start sharing. I have lots of pictures, but I had taken it down. I always take pictures, do a link check and stuff like that. And so somebody asked, a couple people had asked, right now I'm at bra strap length. And so yeah. And my thing was I was getting ready to I try not to put a whole lot of time into hair because I'm busy into education. That makes sense. So that's why it's always braided. And I gotta go work. I don't have time for it. But I had I usually trim my hair before I rebraid it, and I kept saying I was gonna cut it. I digress. Because every time I cut it, or it grows back even faster. And I kid you not, I had to show somebody some pictures because they had physically saw me, and I'm like, here's this, and I said, I had my hair braided for 3 weeks before I just took it down, and I showed them another picture that was taken, and they was like, what? It grew that much in 3 weeks? What are you doing? What? How? So I'll tell you guys a story on that later. But yeah, it's just like a weed. So I'm gonna get back, me and the kids. I'm gonna get back on the hair stuff because I know you guys want to know. Some of you guys follow homeschooling and the hair vlogs and stuff like that. And again, I had to kind of hiatus because there's something going on that's been going on. And yeah, so this one I'm doing currently. What are y'all doing? Do it even matter? I think everybody is in touch with hair these days. They own hair in addition to schooling. Hold on. One day. Okay, now I hear my doorbell. Hopefully that is my groceries. Y'all, that's another thing. Teaching these kids, how to navigate in the grocery deal. That's been a whole learning experience and stuff like that. Um, I'm some of these places not cool with these deliveries because you have to order stuff like way in advance in order to get it, and then they want to send it in. And I'm not talking about Instacart. I do Instacart too, but it's a certain place. They take 50 years to send their stuff. And I'm like, I need my groceries so I can cook. So, yeah, hopefully that is what I've been waiting for because I need to go make some for dinner. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. But yeah, that's another thing. Trying to help them learn about um, groceries and the importance of doing the online orders and things like that. That's a whole math lesson. That's a whole uh what else did I say? Compassion lesson because these people are out here risking their lives. No, we don't like going to the grocery stores or anything during this time. We are essentially quarantined. But at the same time, that's somebody else that has to go to work and they're risking their lives. And we feel that it's important to compensate them as much and as well as we can um, because they are risking their lives. They have families and things like that they need to feed. But, it's serious. It breaks my heart when I hear about certain stores having these cases and people come, well, I only work at such and such and this, and it's like, that's a lot of that is not all over the news because it's not that kind of information. But when they come into work, where I work, yeah, it's like, wow. That's like the how many case, from y'all job that came in here. Anyway, yeah. So teaching them compassion, and biggest takeaway I can say is I have been teaching these kids is savings, and I'm getting ready to get off of here, but that is the biggest I think the biggest lesson, and it's what I'm trying to what I've always tried to stress on this channel, not share purchases. It's not all about purchases. Again, I have not shared any hauls with you guys. I still have a haul. This is July. Mm-hmm. I have a couple of hauls, but I still have the children's place haul from December that I have not shared. Um, yeah. Anyway, and then I did a haul or something. But savings, the reason why we are so frugal around here, and I say frugal, but we're more about savings and we're not flashing this um, because it's not about that. Look at what's going on today. It's so many people that don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. They don't have it. They don't have it. And I always got so much flack about, well, you tell people don't buy this, and how you going to tell people don't buy this and don't buy that? Okay, maybe it came across wrong. The delivery was not, in your favor, or you felt that I was stepping on your toes or something like that. But hello, are you still employed today? Are you struggling? Can you eat? Have you paid your bills? Man, you need to be saving. Everybody should be at a point where they can take their paycheck. You get paid twice a month. Take a paycheck and save it. If both of you work a job, that's two paychecks a month that you can be putting up because it just pains me to see America in this state. People struggling. People are going to end up homeless. They're going to eviction courts this month. This is insane. And it's like, man, I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all have any kind of money, I keep telling you guys, invest it. Invest it. You don't know what's going to happen. This thing is not over. Everybody thought because the summer coming, oh, it's going to be over. It's no, no. They already said the school is there's no school opening this school year. This thing is not going away. Invest the money. Stay out the store. Stay out the Dollar Tree. Stay out of Target. Man, I'm so proud of myself in Target, but at the same time, it's like every time you go in that bullseye, you just spend $100. I went to Target the other day. What I bought some Band-Aids. We just go to the pharmacy. That's it. To go get the insulin. But I bought some Band-Aids. My husband asked me to get something else too, but I bought some Band-Aids. I'm so glad to come out of there and not spend no $1,500 in Target. Because like for what? I'm telling y'all don't need that. And the people in Starbucks, oh my God, I don't even want to get into that. So rude. But yeah, save the money, invest the money, invest it. Every dime. My husband give me $20. I was really. I'm gonna come on here with the hauls. I'm gonna share, but in honesty, this is what I want to tell you guys. Excuse me for not sharing hauls this year because I'm deciding to do something ridiculous with my money. You know, um, when I got $20, I don't run to the Dollar Tree. I don't run to Target. I'm not running to Walmart's and all of that. I pull up my stock market app and throw that money in there. Excuse me for being ignorant, but that's what I do with my money. Um, cause I'm scared. We got this man up in this office, and we just don't know what he's gonna do. I have a family I got to take care of. I can't be worried about this man and what he's not gonna give people, and ain't no stimulus. Didn't oh y'all make too much money. We ain't got no stimulus. God bless y'all that did, but we ain't got nothing. Um, so yeah, that's why we, do ridiculous things like invest in our own businesses instead of delivering hauls and all these videos and stuff like that. But yeah, we're teaching these kids how to save, and nobody could have foresaw this, but I am one of those people that I'm always worried about. And I'm not saying always worried about, but I'm always wanting to prepare for the next day, the next year. I think way ahead of myself, like next year, because this thing, again, is not going away. I need to be prepared. People are homesteading that have not homesteaded. These kids are learning a whole lot in those families. People are buying up animals, so they can slaughter, okay, or already slaughtered because they thinking ahead. And that's all I have been saying all along. Think ahead. Don't just go out there and put that money somewhere that it does not need to be, okay? Because you need that money. So yeah, my money is valuable. Yes, I do like things. Yes, y'all hear me, saying I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna get that, but um when you can afford, when you I can't even tell y'all how much. I'm just gonna throw out a number. Okay, like if you making, I don't know, 40 grand, I don't know, a month or something like that. A bag is not going to hurt you, okay? I just pulled it off the top of my head, okay? But it's not gonna hurt. If I want to go to Louis, I can do that. If I want to go to Chanel, it's one over there hanging on my closet door, okay? I could do that. It's not hurting us. We still eating. We still living. We still got our bills paid and a roof over our head. But it's some of us that cannot do that, is what I'm saying. And you shouldn't, you know, that's the type of thing I don't like to share. I'm not going to show you something just for the sake of showing you, knowing all the time I couldn't even afford it. So yeah, I don't feel bad. I'm teaching these kids about investing their money, and that's how people get ahead. You know, our counterparts, they smart, they invest in the stock market. I got family, I didn't even know they was into stocks, but obviously they are, and they trying to help people out and do the same thing. Hey, go invest that little money, even if it is only $20. You think, man, you turn around tomorrow, you might end up with 100. You never know. You never know. So yeah, other than that, like I said, I have not forgotten about you guys. I am not gone. We are not gone. Um, at all. It's just a lot of stuff, and you just have to pay attention to the vlogs and to the videos and things like that to see. And I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna catch. I'm honestly going to share all the backlog stuff just so you guys can see. It's a lot of uh shopping trips. It's a lot of shopping trips you see, and we didn't buy anything. But yeah, I don't. To me, I think those are the most valuable when you don't buy than me watching somebody then bought all this stuff, and it's like, um, yeah, we just money is precious. Certain things we want to be able to do, and it costs moolah. So if we put all our eggs in one basket, then we don't have any for tomorrow. So yeah. So I have talked about a lot in this hour and now 16 minutes. It's been a lot going on. Like I said, some of it might go over your head. Some of it you might appreciate. You might comment on, give thumbs up on. I don't know. Some of it um, might make sense to everybody. It might make sense now. It might make sense later on. It might not make sense at all. But it's here in any case. And that's what has been going on in the long of it. A whole lot of, just a lot. Just like everybody else, it's a lot of going on. Um, Too much to talk about. A lot again that I do not talk about. It's a lot you guys don't see, a lot you don't know about. That's why I'm not saying don't be afraid to ask. Again, this kind of spun off. It was already coming, but all the comments that I have seen that have not been published or anything, um, yeah, questions. Man, I don't know. I get stuff in my inboxes everywhere. I gotta go check all the stuff because I don't even know, and I don't know how this thing works. The stuff works different on the computer than it does the phone, and all kind of stuff. I just wish it was the way it was because YouTube keep acting like cray cray. Um, and what else? This the type of love, maybe tripping on you. It's big enough. Little girl, bring yourself. She calling me from downstairs. Some of the stuff is say blocked. It's not blocked. It's not this and that. And she gonna keep. She texting me. I have filters. It's heavy filters. This the type of love, maybe. Really? Heavy filters on the stuff. So hopefully that answered up a lot of the questions. And one more time, I go back to the curriculum. Yes. However, I'm not. This is like what I've developed thus far is different components. So again, it's not like I can uh let me see, have my stuff infiltrated by other people, and I'm very careful about who touches it, who sees it, because I don't need anything altered. There's I'm asking for feedback, not so much okay, well this is too much Afrocentric, y'all know what I'm saying. Afrocentricity. I'm thinking about this child on the phone. What do she want? But anyway, I don't need all that BS because we got stuff on the street that tell me it's not. We got people dying over Black Lives Matter and all of that. Becky and Susan and Karen and all of that. It's not. Okay. I don't need all that. Um, and it's one of those, you either use this part or you use that part or you use it, something for everybody to use. So when you see it, it's something for everybody. You use what you want to use. I don't, I'm not saying you use none of it. It's your personal choice how you want to spend it. I'm telling you what you can do, because you don't have to use my stuff at all. You can do it yourself. You just have to do it and erase that. What you got into your head is what you're doing is right. No, you are being programmed, and you've been programmed to deliver these other curriculums, this other material, these other lessons, these other studies, these other books. Like I said, you present what is written by us, what is written for us first. You leave the rest of that mess in the bookstore or on the shelf. Them children will go get them books when they get interested, or if they have a question, they go get them books and they can read that information, because it's all garbage. That's what it is. It's garbage. You recognize garbage for what it's worth. Deliver the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, no matter how hard it is. Again, costs a lot of money. It's $500 books. Hey, I'm finna go pay $500 because I need this book. I need to know what's in this book, what they've been hiding. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna spend it at Target because I need that money for that book. It's something that they hid, and I want to know it. Y'all might not care, but we want to know in this house. Books cost a lot of money, y'all. They really do. But there's a lot of value in those books. It's a whole world. Be blessed.